All right, welcome to another edition of Cooking with Kacy. Today is the first day of September, so we are going to go right along with our calendar and we're going to make September's recipe. So this month's recipe is a pulled pork autumn salad. So it's got lots of yummy ingredients here. So we're going to get started. So the very first thing I have done is I bought a pork shoulder roast, and I have let that cook in the slow cooker for about 9 hours. So it is in there and it is ready to go. So that's the first thing you do. Really super simple. Just put it in there with a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper. I put just enough water in there to cover the bottom of the slow cooker dish and just let that cook. Okay, so that part is already done for us. And those instructions are detailed with your recipe of how to cook that pork. My pork was about a 2-pounder, so depending on how many people you want to feed or how long you want the pork to last, you could do bigger, smaller, whatever your grocery store may have. So, but that's that. So now we are going to make our dressing. Super simple dressing with things that you probably already have at home. So I've got our olive oil. So we have a half a cup of olive oil, or 1/3 cup of olive oil. And so I just have a little shaker here. You got a mason jar at home, or you can put this in a bowl and use a whisk, whatever works for you. I have a half a cup of apple cider vinegar. Add that right in. Okay, got that. And then I have a tablespoon of honey. Just gonna add a little sweetness to this dressing. Get that in there. These are really great to use as a natural sweetener without having to add sugar or something like that in there. Okay, and then we're gonna add a teaspoon of mustard. I'm using yellow mustard because that's what I have. You could, use brown mustard, spicy mustard, whatever kind of mustard you have, will work. Okay, and then there, I'm gonna put my lid on here. And we're gonna just give this a shake, get those ingredients combined. And then I have a super simple dressing that's gonna add to our salad. Okay, there that is. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our spinach. So I have about 3 cups of spinach here. Put that in our bowl. And to that, we're gonna add about 8 ounces or about half a bag of a coleslaw mix. So this is just regular old coleslaw mix that you buy pre-chopped in a bag at the grocery store. So we're gonna add that in there. And then we're gonna add our dressing to this. I'm gonna take this lid off and just pour it that way. Okay. That's our dressing added. And then I'm just gonna toss this. So I wanna just make sure that that spinach and that cabbage get good and coated with that dressing. So you can see how already colorful this is. Just makes a good fall time. Right, as we're kind of transitioning from fall into, or summer into fall, this kind of makes a good little traditional transitional recipe. All right, so got that mixed up. We're gonna let that set for just a second while we do the rest of our ingredients. Okay, we are going to add sunflower seeds. So I've already measured out our sunflower seeds. I have about 1/3 of a cup of just the kernels of the sunflower seeds. This is great, adds a little extra protein, adds a little crunch. I love sunflower seeds in just about any salad, so those work really good with that. And then I have 2 apples that we're gonna chop and add there. These I think are Gala apples, but you can use any kind of apple that you like. We're in the fall, which is apple season. So if you can find some local apples to use, that would be super good. The grocery store has plenty of varieties of apples right now. So whatever you find will work. Okay, we're just going to give those a little dice. You just need 2 of them. You could mix and match even. So if you had, you know, one kind and not the other, one of each, you could certainly do that as well. Grabbing those seeds out of there. You want apple seeds in our salad. Apples are so good for us. They just add a nice texture and flavor to whatever we're doing. And I'm leaving the peel on. I'm not peeling these apples. Right, that peeling is going to add extra nutrients for us. So there's fiber in that. Now I know that some people can't handle the peel, and if you can't, just go ahead and peel it, totally okay. But if you can, try it with that peeling on, just to give you some extra fiber in your diet. You all need extra fiber, so that's a great way to get some. Okay. This other apple going. And you could cut these as small or as big as you like. We're trying to do a fine dice because we want to be able to see the apple and taste the apple, but a little bit of a dice. Ooh, if we had smell-o-vision, you could smell that vinegar that we used in that dressing. It is strong over there. All right, got our last bit of apple here.
I smell the vinegar over here.
Yeah, it is strong. Clear out them sinuses, that's for sure. All right. Slide this apple in here. I'm going to go on and give this another toss. Get all of that combined together. This is such a beautiful salad. So many colors in there. All right, we want to remember to eat a rainbow, so this is a great way to get some fruits and vegetables in your diet. All right, so then we're almost ready. So the last thing we have to do is shred our pork. So I'm gonna get it out of my slow cooker here, hopefully without dropping it. Okay, I'll transfer it right here. And that's what you want. You want it to just kind of slide right off. So I'm gonna kind of separate the pieces of fat off of it. Look how tender that is. The key to that is just make sure you're cooking it on low in that slow cooker. Sometimes if you have to cook it on high, it causes the meat not to be as tender. Of course, if you're short on time, you know, you can certainly do that. All right, so now we're gonna plate this up. So the plate here, so I'm gonna take some of our salad. Our salad, and now we are just gonna take some of this pork. This is something different to do with pulled pork, right? You know, traditional pulled pork sandwiches. This is something just a little different. And you can certainly, if you've got leftovers of this, you can use it to make a pulled pork sandwich. That's it. Look how super simple and quick that is.
That's good too.
And the only thing that I really made was the pork. So everything else just goes together super fast. It's a great weeknight dinner, weekend dinner, you know, lunch. You can have leftovers from this. You can do lots of different things with this. So I hope that you give this recipe a try. I hope that you enjoy it. Remember to click that like button. Let us know that you're enjoying these videos. So I hope to see you guys again next week. Thank you.
One last look at the salad. It's beautiful, Kacy. It smells good too.